I was watching Jammer, shout out to Jammer, play it on his stream, and I'm like, I don't see the appeal. I was asking him questions. I said, "Can you axe someone in the head? Can you?" He's
No
laughing.
violence.
I'm like, "No, you can't harm anyone. Like I need to harm someone in a game."
Well, you can starve them if you just don't. Let me say
Animal Crossing sales are through the roof, and Nintendo copyright claims a Mario creation from Dreams.
Haha. Not a shocker.
Yeah.
So this is the Nintendo part of the news, y'all.
This is the Nintendo part.
This is the Nintendo part of the news,
Yes.
where it gets happy and sad,
Well, I mean,
good and bad.
you guys in the chat or in the comments have to tell me what is the deal with Animal Crossing. Because now I know a lot of people were waiting for this game for this particular moment.
Right.
It's the perfect time for an Animal Crossing because everyone needs to escape and they're stuck at home.
It actually is they couldn't have asked for a better game to come out.
And it wasn't like postponed. It just came out. Stores were still open. You can get it. And from what I've seen, and from the UK charts is basically what they are reading right now. They said it dominated UK box game charts. So that's like not even the digital.
Damn.
And this is for people like digital's probably making bank right now because people don't want to leave the house too. Oof. But just for the box game chart sales, this sold triple the amount of Doom Eternal.
Oh God.
And that came out the same day. And those are the two big titles for that day.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
Triple
was
the amount. And
shit.
And it is the second biggest launch on Nintendo Switch ever. Behind Pokemon Sword.
I was gonna say Pokemon was probably the biggest.
Sword and Shield, because that's 2 games. But it's the biggest sales on the Switch.
I believe it.
Besides Pokemon,
That's crazy. That's Nintendo is just ridiculous.
And I never understood.
So ridiculous.
I never understood the Animal Crossing sales though.
You know what though? Because that's not our generation, man. Because I never understood Pokemon. That's
I know
not
this.
Our fucking
no, that too.
It's not our demographic. It's not
but I know that the Sims sells.
Yeah,
it always.
But
has
you know
sold.
what? People our age are playing it too.
No,
which
they
is
are.
crazy. Yeah,
they are.
Yeah,
and
which
they
is
say it's
insane.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, so what's like? I don't understand. I don't know if it's just us, our group in general, but like, I have zero interest in the game. Like, I've zero.
Definitely
interest
not
in
a
the
bad
game.
game.
No, but yeah, it's. I think it has its niche and it has its audience.
Yes,
and it's just not us. Like, and that's fine. But I'll look at it. I was watching Jammer, shout out to Jammer, play it on his stream, and I'm like, I don't see the appeal. I was asking him questions. I said, "Can you axe someone in the head? Can you?" He's
No
laughing.
violence.
I'm like, "No, you can't harm anyone. Like I need to harm someone in a game."
Well, you can starve them if you just don't. Let me say
Even in The Sims, I made a room to lock them in until they turned into a ghost.
Right.
Like that's what I did in The
Because
Sims.
does that say something about us and our generation that we're sick, that we need violence to enjoy a game?
I would have them cook something and overcook it so it burns the house and they burn up in it. It's just stupid stuff in it.
I was never into the Sims.
Even
style.
SimCity. Even SimCity,
never-
I would
I
build
was
the
never
city and then I would have Bowser come out on Super Nintendo and
Listen,
break
I have to harm
it
something.
down.
I have to
and
harm
destroy the
somebody.
city.
Like,
That's
I don't
what
know,
you
man.
do.
It's not my type of game. I understand though. I do understand the appeal.
It's about
people that-
chores, though.
People that like but like Stardew Valley, just
I
for an
know, I
example.
know.
yeah, that's
Stardew
exactly
Valley.
what it is.
That's another type of
that's the
you know,
same.
and that was made by one fucking person. And that game, you talk
That's old,
about
too.
you talk about sales. That thing is going crazy.
But then you got to
'Cause
bring it
that's
back to the original.
But that
which
was
is Harvest Moon.
yeah, exactly.
Which is from Super Nintendo.
But you know what also got me thinking? It got me thinking like, damn, what if they did like there was some elements in that game when I was watching it that I'm like, that'd be cool if they incorporated it into like a State of Decay, like or a zombie
Well, that type of game
apocalypse.
is close to it.
Yeah. There's no action. It's just
Yeah.
you're building your shit.
But
And
then
I'm
you
like,
gotta
that could
protect
be
it.
kind of cool if they
No, you know what? Actually,
Incorporate
I
in
just
a way.
remembered something that Beardy, some Beardy to love.
somebody love.
I just remember something that he mentioned from PAX East last year.
Yeah, there was a game
that
like
there
it.
was a game like Animal Crossing or whatever.
There were zombies in it, though.
But it was it was actually you would say what is it, a freaking cemetery or something like that. And
like
you had to like basically you're the groundskeeper of a cemetery.
Yep.
But it was basically the same type of thing.
Wait a second.
You remember now?
We watched this trailer, I think.
I don't know if did we
Indie.
watch
Yeah,
it?
I think we did.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I think we
Oh,
did.
okay. But anyway, that's there's an audience for that style gameplay.
There's addicting elements to it.
I'm
There's
sure
definitely
there
addicting
is,
elements to it.
I've never been into that, but there definitely are people that are into stuff like that. Like
There's
people
a
like managing.
There's a
stuff.
soothing element to it.
I guess
Soothing.
it's not for me.
It's to relax.
It's not for me, but hey,
And then you invite your friends over, and they can chill out on your island.
yeah.
And apparently they've done a good job with that too.
That's,
Yeah,
hey, look,
like people who like that game, like that
Right.
series. They're like, no, this one's amazing. They're like, it's so fucking dope.
that's
It
good.
got like a 9 or some shit.
But also, you know what? I'm curious to know what the demographic of people, not even just age, like
What,
male
male,
or
female?
female. Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably neck and neck.
I think it's neck and neck from
Or,
what I've been seeing
you
on
know,
Twitter.
it's
It's
probably
guys
neck
and
and
girls. They're all playing it.
Yeah.
They love that shit.
yeah,
Apparently, this is a 15 million seller, so they're looking to
Jeez.
sell a lot of them.
Jesus, man. Well, kudos to that, man.
Yeah, man.
Kudos
Yeah,
to that.
more power to you.
Anyone who's into that game, more power to you.
So that's the good thing about Nintendo.
Yeah,
Let's go to the other thing about Nintendo.
there's nothing bad about Nintendo.
Well, I know this is
I know why this is, though. I
Mm.
know why they did this.
of course.
So, let
well,
me
look at the
see
graphic right there. You
Well,
can
yeah.
see that?
Well, I mean, it's like, the fact that they're like coming after, making people take down their Mario creations from Dreams. I get it because they're about to announce some shit in a direct. They're
Well-
about to announce a Mario game.
This is what
Right.
the deal is. They basically, Dreams is a game where you can make your own titles.
Mhm.
Basically, you create your own types of games. No restrictions. Well, there are some, but you can make basically whatever you want in there.
It's a creation game.
Genre-wise, whatever. You can make a racing game, a platformer, base it off what you want. And what surprised me about it was the amount of IPs, intellectual properties, that were being used in it
Right.
with no consent from the creators.
Right.
And I was
Right.
like, how long are they gonna be able to keep this Wipeout in this thing? How long are they gonna keep this Sonic in here? How long are they gonna keep Mario in here
Mm.
without anyone saying anything? Especially if you can get it close to the actual game. I mean,
Mm.
obviously it's not gonna be the entire game, but from what I've seen in there, they have gotten pretty damn close. And some of the stuff is really polished looking. And to those people who created them, I applaud them because I can't. I don't even know. I didn't even play Dreams yet, so I don't
You
know
should
how
do it.
hard it is
You should
to
do it.
create in
It's
there.
not it's not, first of all, it's not a game. It's a creation. It's like a Photoshop. It's like a creation tool.
Mhm.
Think of it like a creation tool, like a dev kit.
They
or
make it
something like
easy
that.
to do that type
So
of
it
stuff.
it's like a
RPG
RPG.
Maker.
RPG Maker is another one. I actually use that one.
But think of it as on a grander scale.
But yeah, well, you
but-
can share but you don't have to just make games. You can make a video.
Mhm.
It's just another platform to create
Yeah.
and make stuff and share with people.
Yeah.
The thing that's weird that I feel about it, it's like, okay, well, I can create, like, for example, these thumbnails, right?
Mhm.
I created these thumbnails, right? I put it together. But what if Nintendo was like, hey, you got that Mario in that thumbnail, man.
They can.
We're gonna copyright, and they can do that.
Mm.
It's kind of a dickish move to do that, man.
Well, the way I think about it, well, if
and
you
it's like you're promoting. Well, just real quick.
Yeah.
I think the way I say, like, if I was to draw a Mario,
Yeah.
like draw a drawing, like a physical drawing,
That's their Mario.
that's their Mario,
Right.
But I'm drawing it. It's
right.
It's the fan art conspiracy.
Mm.
Like,
that's the thing. Is
how
like,
much you let me get away with.
Yeah.
and this guy that
Or
did
am I
this-
promoting you,
Yeah.
or what am I getting out of it?
Yeah.
Like
this-
if you made, like I've seen, well, you can finish. I'll get to my thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So
Mm.
there was like a smoke shop around here,
Mm.
and they had a painting on their side of the building,
Mhm.
which had mushrooms and Mario and
Mhm.
everything.
I
on
saw
there.
it too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
And
that.
Yeah.
That's Nintendo's. Obviously, they didn't condone that at a smoke shop. They don't want
Right.
Mario representing
Right.
drugs or whatever.
Or that weed shirt of him high as
Right,
hell.
right.
yeah. So people are
Turbo
making
Adventure 7 has.
money. People are making money selling that, and to the extent I don't know how much, but
Right.
they're using that intellectual property to make money.
Mhm.
That's when you could say, okay, Nintendo, step in there, and I agree.
Right.
Yes.
Stop that.
That's here now. Just to stop you there, real quick.
Go ahead.
That right there, you hit on the head. I was actually gonna go into that.
Mm.
Making money.
Mm.
All right. You buy. This is a tool, right? A game making tool that you can make games. You don't
Right.
have to make games. You can make movies. You can make artwork. You can make a 3D rendering of something, right?
Right.
What we're looking at here is a Mario that this guy made a tutorial, basically in the game,
Mm.
and he says, "Yo, follow me on Twitch, and I'll show you how to basically do a 3D rendering. How I did this 3D rendering of Mario in Dreams,
Right.
in the program or whatever, right?" Now, what's wrong with that? Is he making money? Like, he's not making money from Dreams. He physically had to buy the game just to get the opportunity to make. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, here's the thing. This is
how is he
this
making
is
money?
this is my take. I think I think that Nintendo's coming after these people because, like you said, you're creating video games, right? You create video games in there.
But he didn't create a video game.
Yeah, let me finish. The thing is when you're creating games, you're creating something in there with Mario. You know, not your character.
Right.
And Nintendo is basically pretty close to coming out with a damn direct. All right, let's say somebody creates Mario from his thing, right? Sees Mario, creates him, makes a pretty dope, well-responsive game, like really dope, right? And you're like, wow, they made a pretty awesome game. It goes viral. And then Nintendo sees it like, wow, this guy made this Mario game that went viral on how people want a Mario game made. Then whatever they come out with in the direct has to compete against that. Okay. They're like, no, we're coming about this shit like in a week. Okay. This shit has to go away now because if they didn't have a direct, I don't think they'd be too pissed right now. I agree with you. But I think they're going to announce some Mario shit at the direct. And if people create a Mario in this creation game and it does well, looks good, it responds well, and people are like, yo, I wish that should be a new Mario game. And it's better than what they come out with in the direct. Yeah, that's a problem. You know, so I can kind of see that side of it on why now they removed it as soon as possible. And I'm pretty sure the guy didn't think that whatsoever. Like, hey, you know, here's how to create Mario in this thing. I'm pretty sure that wasn't on his mind. But, you know, from Nintendo's perspective, it's like, let's just stop this before it could lead to something that might make our shit not look as good as some fucking amateurs, you know?
Listen, if that's the case.
That's why I think, that's exactly why I think they did that.
If that's the case, I agree with you, but it's not the case.
I'll tell you what
he didn't make a game. He just made.
No, I'm not. No, I'm saying
I'll tell you what it is.
He could inspire somebody to create a Mario game.
This is what they started.
And then they could take his advice and make a Mario in a new cool game.
Yeah, but if that happens, then Nintendo can just copyright strike that person that made the game.
But they don't want to wait for that. They want to stop it now. Things can go viral in 2 seconds. This
is what they did. So this guy, piece of crap.
Right.
I thought you said piece of crap. I'm like, damn,
I'm
man.
Sure it's a play. I'm sure he shows a play on that.
Shit.
On Twitter. So he said, good news and bad news. We flew too close to the sun, boys. A big video game company. Well, I'll keep nameless. Yeah. Right. Obviously didn't read my be cool note in Dreams. So basically the character that he made, which was Mario, that he shared with people to use in, like, they can take that character, put him in whatever they want. Right. So Nintendo's big gripe with that is, what do you put him in? So you're taking that character that is Mario, you put him in a game that they don't agree with. It could be some like
porn game or
it
whatever.
Could be anything that they don't agree with. Anything like that, they'll put him in there.
Yeah.
Be a horror game, they don't want him in there. They don't want to associate. That's like putting Mickey Mouse in some shit. Like they want to stick with what they want to do.
Right.
And they want to keep that type of look. And it is their property. It's their it's their brand.
I understand.
They don't want to mess up their brand.
Around this time, this is why I can't. You know, Nintendo's usually tight with some bullshit.
They always are.
I could always be like, that's fucking stupid. You know, this I can't hate. I honestly can't hate on them for.
But
doing
the difference between this and something like a fan art or something done in something like
game,
like Adobe. No, I'm saying even just like in Adobe, something that you create something like that. This is a game. Like you can make these things and they can be put into games, and that's directly in competition with what they do. Plus, it's gonna make Dreams sell if it's a good game. They're not making any money off that.
It's slowly taking away from what they're doing. Well, and it could lead to worse.
Well, Sony stepped in and they took it down.
But what's going to happen with all of those other titles? Dreams is going to take a hit if everyone jumps on
Starts doing that.
Yeah, and it sucks for that.
It does. It does suck.
But people who are good at it are going to get a job doing something.
So it's a risky game. I guess we'll call it like it's a risky thing to have. Because
but just say if you went if you made something from scratch and you made like say the Sonic game or the Mario game, you made it and you made that exact game and you made it play as close as possible to it.
Right.
I think you got a pretty good chance of making something in the industry. Just off. Not even with Dreams. Like you're good. You just want to get your name out there, which is why these people are doing stuff as good as they're doing.
Yeah.
So they get their name on Twitter to go viral and say, hey, you want to hire me? Look at me. I did this.
Yeah.
Right.
But, if they can't get to it, at least it's on YouTube. And they can still see what they did. So it was suck if they just said, nah, stop it, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, you can't see any references or nothing like that.
It's a gray area.
Yeah,
it's a gray area. And I see both sides.
Yeah.
But it's surprising that it took this long. And
they probably saw the Wario. Oh, my God.
You know what I think, too? I think, like, Jesus Lopez, the guy who did the Super Mario Super Show video game, whatever, that, we'll never see. We haven't seen any updates on it.
Hope everything is well on his side.
Yeah, I hope everything is well.
I would love to see it.
But, like, thinking of that, too, like, I understand why he has to keep it secret and nobody really
That
has.
shit was on Kotaku.
Yeah, no, and that went viral. But it's
Yeah.
like Nintendo didn't give them a cease and desist because it's not for sale.
Yeah.
And
If
nobody
Nintendo
really
came
has
out
this-
with that exact game, it would make billions.
Yeah.
exactly. But
Could you
And-
imagine that's what they have to announce at the direct? That's why
Yeah,
he's been
yeah.
That's why
so
he's been
quiet.
going. He's
I've been
so
like,
quiet.
get out of here,
I
man.
was like, good job.
well, it's
good
like
job.
what's that? Axiom Verge, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like that
Mhm.
too. That's another
I'd
one
be
that's
so
like
happy. I'd be so
like
happy. if we did
fan made
that.
stuff isn't. It's like I understand like if they're releasing certain things,
You gotta be careful with intellectual property.
you got to be careful with intellectual
Change the character.
properties,
Especially
Yes.
in the game,
Change the
in a
character.
game that does it. That's so
Maybe
many
he'll do
different-
that.
Blazing
Maybe-
Chrome.
maybe-
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Blazing Chrome.
Came out.
That is definitely a fucking Contra.
Yeah,
right?
just change up
That
the
should have
character.
been Contra.
You-
Should have been.
You can change up the character.
It should have been
You
Contra,
can.
but you know what? Hey, spiritual successor, whatever it is.
People
they
have been
don't
doing
have
that for years with
And you make your
changing
money.
up the character.
It
Dude, we
works.
played what you call it, Dolphin Blue.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah.
a
That was
straight
Metal
rip
Slug.
off of Metal Slug.
It was Metal Slug, yeah.
And it was so
Yeah.
close, it was
Just change it.
undeniable.
It was like
Design.
like if Metal Slug was in like had 3D rendered
Yeah.
backgrounds and stuff like that.
But the game was the same,
It's
basically.
pretty good. The gameplay itself, yeah, it was similar to
Almost
Metal
too
Slug.
close for
Yeah.
comfort. But
Yeah.
I mean, they still came out.
It's
I
like
mean,
that
they made
Cuphead
it-
game.
they
That
did
Cuphead
make
game.
enough- I'm sorry, because they did make enough changes though that it was its own thing.
But you could tell there's some influence.
Oh,
Strange.
definitely.
Well,
yeah.
Straight
the
from the beginning.
gameplay wise,
Well, the game that we just played, Fight and Rage. Like you could still fly close, but
yeah,
Listen,
not
every
that
game,
well, like,
close.
like you were gonna
every
say,
game
the,
could take influence from everything.
the
but you can't make it
Cuphead,
the same.
Cuphead,
rip-off
yeah.
game, the Wizards or whatever.
just change the look of the character. You good?
And look, that's still legal. They still
You
have
can
the,
take inspiration all you want,
yeah.
but you can't use the same
gotta-
character.
yeah,
Can't
you
call
gotta
them the
change it.
same name.
gotta change it.
So they
You
named him
gotta
Wario. Oh, damn it.
Oh my god!
Call him Lario with an L. Let me say.
Lario.
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 Make him yellow or no.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
I
Yeah,
don't even
you
know what
can't-
color.
It's already
it is.
yellow. He's
Pink.
mustard.
Pink.
already.
Make him pink. I don't know, man. Shit.
Can't do it.
I don't even
Can't
know
do
what
it.
fucking color.
They're coming after you. Al.
Brown. Make him brown.
You suck at this.